Um, Good practice. The work for the week is going well. Again, I think our team is just looking to finish strong and preparing well. And we're going to see if we can do whatever we can to play well and play our best against Ole Miss. We recognize that Ole Miss is a rival, certainly a team that this team knows well, and they know us. So we look forward to playing our best in that game. So, questions?
You used Russell second in the running back rotation last week, and he got a bunch of carries. What was the reason for going with him?
Well, we're kind of like a kind of a different speed, if you will. There, he's quick. And, when you get him in a little seam, he can make a big gain out of it. We think that his touches there can be beneficial.
Josh Rosick was obviously a really good guard when he was there a couple years ago, and now he's turned into a pretty good tackle for you. What makes him so versatile? Just
a very bright guy. Knows the offense inside and out. Understands all the little techniques and the important calls. And he's talented enough. He's been a left side guard for his career, and it's kind of easy for him to move back out to that left side tackle.
Does he have to give back the gifts y'all gave him on Senior Day last year, since he's coming back to double dip?
That's exactly right. It's a good point. We'll have to. We'll say things like, "Remember what we said last year."
That'll speed things up.
That'll speed things up. Like last year. Just wait. Okay.
Played the same games now. Nick Jacobs played in the first 9, but not last week. Is he available this week?
No, he's not. No, Nick's. We have a team violation there. He's not slated to play this week.
Could he come back?
I'm not certain at this point.
Progress Zach's made as a quarterback is evident in the game tape, but how have you seen him mature as a young man from when he got here from Butler to when
he seems to be insistent that he performs well, and that's always been a mark of a pretty good quarterback. The impatience with yourself and the want to get them all right. And he has that.
It seems from the outside that this light that came on for him in the passing game. It probably doesn't seem that way to you. I mean, it seemed like more of a gradual progression. Did you see things week after week?
I really think that he's kind of had it for some time, but he and the receivers are in the right spots now. The speed of practice is where it should be, and I think we just seen better execution based on how they performed over time.
What makes Jarvis Landry so dangerous in the slot as opposed to the outside? Or I guess is he versatile
Well,
enough
I think
to
he's
do?
pretty good outside too. But what he is he's a guy that understands route technique very well, and he's got great quickness, and so he's really a very capable receiver, deep, intermediate, and short. So.
You put him in the slot to try to get a mismatch with the linebacker, maybe, or
yeah, maybe. Sometimes put him in a slot, sometimes put him in the wide receiver.
It's been pretty typical for you guys to have a non-conference game around this time of year in your tenure here. Do you think, is there any difference between the physicality of the SEC and having to play 6 or 7 SEC games in a row versus?
There isn't any question, right? This week in and week out, even those teams that have struggled and don't have the record that others have are still very capable, very physical, their speed, the ability to play, have big plays are there.
Is that something that you need to be on the lookout for, just in terms of, I guess, maintaining a high level of play, considering you don't kind of get that break in physicality?
Well, it's really the break just before the Alabama game was really kind of what we needed, to be honest with you. got our breath back and, kind of really, we've been in really pretty good shape from that point forward.
Les, what do you remember about your senior day?
I remember running out underneath the banner. I remember them mentioning a name on the loudspeaker. And I really remember, senior day is certainly the last time that you play in your stadium. It's the last time that your friends and family will greet you upon exiting the stadium. It's very familiar confines that allow you, some great memories in that day. But for me, it was really the last game. The last game to me was the one that carried more emotion with it than even the last time that I played in my home stadium.
Your bowl game?
Yeah. The recognition of the likelihood of a 6-foot, quarter-inch offensive guard playing more football was really kind of, that last snap was the last snap. Some guys had that in high school, and they, just kind of catches them later after the high school year. And with me, it got me around the field. I can remember I was a backup guard and got to play in the back end of the game against Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. And the last play, we threw a pass interception. I knew that, in the last play, I was going to go down there and separate the safety from the ball. And we were going to get the ball, we were going to have the opportunity to score, because it was unscore game. All we had to do was score, or we'd win the game. And so I'm running down there, and the safety slid. Game was over. I went. It was really kind of the end. Kind of looked around. I remember people taking flash, back in the old days they had, flash bulbs, right? And I was taking pictures of the game. That's it. Kind of a point of time.
Has he